There you go.
Hey y'all, welcome back. Jason here.
Michelle, hey.
And we're the Ekkonesters. That's Dirty Dolly right there. If you've been following along, you know who Dirty Dolly is. And
little Clementine
is in the house. So, Shell, why don't we tell everybody what we're going to be getting into today?
We're going to do our latest 5 must-haves.
5 must-haves.
For RV van life.
So, kick us off with one of them, not in any particular order.
How about the under hood light by Vline van?
Under hood light Vline vans. What do we got in the back that we've been cooking on lately?
Our Sparky, the new one, the smaller TrailFire grill.
Yep.
Yes, excited.
Spartan Rope recovery package. Decided to go with what I think is one of the better companies, and it's an all-in-one package. What else do we got that's sitting inside that's in the center console?
About the partition.
The Mesa Grande by Overland, or
Next Level
Overland. Well, they do Overland stuff. And then we got one more.
We do. We got the underhood light. We got the Roambuilt side steps.
Oh, we didn't say the Roambuilt side steps. Right there. We've been showing those, talking about those. But I think what Shell and I are going to show you is a few features they have. And really,
when the sun goes down,
hopefully convince you to understand why we love these. So, what do you say we get started, Shell?
Let's
get started, Clem. All right, y'all. So we're going to start with number 1 here. When I say no particular order, but this is going to be number 1 on the list. So I'm going to introduce you to the Spartan Recovery Gear Bundle right here. You've probably watched a lot of our videos and where we're talking about carrying recovery ropes, kinetic ropes, soft shackles, different types of equipment, if you will, to get you in and out of situations and or to help someone else. Well, this became one of my favorites. I actually met the owner of the company, chatted with him a little bit over at his house. He actually I would say, welcomed me into his home, and we talked a lot about his product, and I became a big fan of it, especially after hearing his story and his passion for what he's got going on here. So I'm going to draw some attention to some of his products right here and share with you some of my favorite stuff that's bundled up in here. Now keep in mind, we've talked about kinetic ropes, we've talked about recovery gear in the past, but I think what's pretty unique about this is the bundle package, because when you're getting out there, whether you've got a Dirty Dolly yourself, a 2-wheel drive, an all-wheel drive, a 4-wheel drive, etc., you need to understand how to carry recovery gear, you need to understand how to air down, maybe carry some traction boards, have some different equipment on board to help yourself or somebody else out of a situation, because it's not always in the sand. It can be in the snow, it can be up in the mountains, it can be off the beaten path anywhere. So as you see right here, is actually the Spartan Rope. What I've got here is a 1-inch 30-footer. This is actually rated at 33,000 pounds. One of the things that I want to share with you that I really love about his company, might as well pull this off. We actually haven't had a chance to use this one yet. He actually has a lot of cool videos where he's shot some recovery stuff. So as you're looking at this rope, you're going to pick up on right away, obviously you have a Velcro cinch tie, but more importantly, you're going to see that there's a sleeve. When I saw this sleeve, one of the things that I thought was pretty unique about the company is with this sleeve, this is actually a reflective piece here. Not only is it protecting your rope, but when you're doing recovery and it's starting to get towards what they say the dusk, when it's getting evening hours, one of the biggest things that you need to be concerned about, especially if you're out on the beach, is if somebody can see that rope and see what's going on, because some folks are flying by and you're doing a recovery. Well, this reflective piece is going to help you. The other thing that he's done is he's actually woven in, as you can see right here, reflective material. In my opinion, if you will, that's another plus. So let's say that you had removed your sleeve, because it is removable so you can clean it, and you forgot it somewhere, maybe it's drying at home, you actually have a backup system there. The other thing that you're going to notice is he's actually sleeved the actual ring right here. This is typically where we would make a connection with a soft shackle or some other types of stuff. So right there, as you can see, is the first rope. Now, the other thing that I want to share with you is what we'll call a static rope. So I forgot to mention this in the beginning. This is a kinetic rope. Typically, just kind of backing up a step, when you anchor onto one vehicle and you've got the vehicle that's going to be doing the pull or the recovery, you're actually doing kind of like a snatch and grab. This thing acts as a slingshot, so to speak. It's going to stretch about 30% further or more, and that's what's going to transfer the kinetic energy and allow the other vehicle that it's hooked to be slingshotted out, so to speak. Now, differently is what we're going to call a static rope, or at least what I like to call a static rope. A lot of folks call them tow ropes. you're going to pick up on right away, and again, a protective sleeve. We have right here the reflective material. The other thing you'll notice is the same thing. He's allowed it to have a strap to keep things nice and tight. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe, and actually we should just take a peek here, I believe that this is rated, don't quote me on this, I'll put it in there, I'm going to say around 43,000 pounds. Again, we'll make sure that that's actually right. So on a static rope, or basically a standard strap, if you will, you typically would connect between two vehicles, and you would begin to create tension between the vehicles. Different than a kinetic rope where you're not just slingshotting that, you're actually pulling them in a controlled fashion. The other thing that I would talk about here is the items are tested under destructive testing right here in the US. So you have some options. You can get some, if you're a person that says I want all my equipment manufactured right here in the US, he has that. If you're okay with international manufacturing, he offers that. There's a price difference between the two because obviously overseas things can be a little bit less expensive in some cases to manufacture, but he provides that option. But what he does the testing right here in the USA and has it certified. Now, the other thing that you're going to pick up on is my favorite here, soft shackles. This is a giant right here in comparison to the typical ones you see in my video, which usually just kind of loop through here and kind of snug up. And basically, once we've got that, we've got this recovery point. Again, soft shackle to what I call static rope or basic rope or kinetic rope. Now, you might be asking yourself, hey, if you've got this and you got the anchor point, why in the heck would you need this big daddy? Again, sleeved with reflective material. I can tell you why. Sometimes there are no recovery points on a vehicle and you're gonna have to get around an axle, an A-arm, or somewhere else. And what this is gonna allow you to do is to loop deep in and around and get a pull point. Now, I'm not recommending on these vehicles that would be where you would pull from, but there are different options on some vehicles. So that allows you that generous move. The other thing it allows you is to go ahead and keep connecting on so that you can get the extension you need, worst case scenario. So you got the big one here, this big soft shackle, the regular size soft shackle, 2 of these, the bag, and then what he has right here, as you can see, and well, let's talk a little bit about this one too, since I've pulled it out here. This is rated at about 12,000 pounds, and typically, I don't have my pin because it's in the back, this is a receiver hitch, if you will. What's the word I'm looking for, Shell? We're gonna go recovery point. Billet, yeah, billet shackle, look at that. We're gonna, and basically with this, I like the generosity of this, and I'll show you why. When you're working with your soft shackles, you can see how generous the hole is here. It's actually gonna allow me to fit my larger soft shackle through as well as my smaller soft shackles. Now, I don't typically recommend that you use receivers and or hitches for a recovery point. But in the case that you have to, there are some techniques to make that a little bit safer. So again, we're gonna start out with number 1 here, which is our Spartan recovery gear. This is the bundle package. I'll leave you a link in that. Just wanna kick it off here. We are not sponsored by Spartan. This is some gear that we picked up. We love his product. And basically, he did toss me this, which I love. And I haven't had a chance to test it yet, but as soon as I do, you guys know it'll be in the video. So Shell, should we go to number 2?
Gotten stuck a few times today. We got out with the tracks, but gonna try again. Want to get hit with those.
There you go.
All right, third time's the charm.
Air up time. But while we're airing up, we're going to talk about number 2. Before we talk about number 2, we're going to talk about why we're airing up. So we went out there, we did our thing today. I got lazy and didn't follow my rule about airing down, especially in the soft sand. And that cockiness got us stuck. But we got unstuck. But, one more but here. Long Beach Peninsula 4x4 rescue. Jack and Alice and one of their friends came on down to make sure we could get out. We ended up airing down to 40 PSI. We were... Ta-da, number 2. The Vline special right here, under hood light. The one and only Ben has created this. It's in other videos that we have. It is available for the Transit and also the Spekko Ekko. We'll leave links and suppliers and dealers and all the people that do that. But to show you, when you pop the hood, there's a little pin here. And look at that, on and off, on and off. The other thing is, let's say for some reason you want to shut it all the way off. There's a manual override. All right, nighttime, Vline under hood. What? Oh my goodness. Right there. Ben is a genius. Hang on. You got to show him this. We could actually look for gold in the sand. So there you go, guys. And again, when you close the hood, lights out. Open it up, everything's accessible. I got to share something with y'all though. One of the comments we had before, when we had the Transit version of this, before the Sprinter version, again, both Vline products, is, wouldn't I want to just use my cell phone? Oh yeah, I want it to fall in my engine compartment and get chewed up by the fan. Shouldn't I wear a headlight? Yeah. No. You want all of this, guys.
We just wanted to show you it at night.
Well, no, I get so excited about this, Shell, because look, you could actually have a dance party out here. I'm not going to dance a party. No. So what we're going to be talking about is number 3. This has actually become one of our favorites. Now, you might be just looking at it and going, what could you love so much about a side step? Well, let's tell you a little bit about the Roambuilt side step. Not only do you have front and rear lights, and when it gets a little darker, we're going to demonstrate that for you. I can actually get them to go on right now. And we also have a bottom light. Now, the bottom light right here is a Baja design light. It's one that PAD Overland has exclusively, if you will, decided to incorporate with the Roambuilt side step. Now, besides the lights, the bottom light illuminates that for safety. The other thing is, and we should probably back up just a hair, what I do love is that we have a 3-way switch. We can leave it off like it is now, open and close the door, and nothing's happening. Or I can set it so when we open and close the door, we illuminate everything here during our step down for safety. The other thing that we can do is we can put it on full, let's say, illumination or lighted mode, which means that we can leave it on. So if we're kind of out, we need a little extra light, and we're maybe out in some different terrain or the desert, it's very helpful. Now, what I really, really love about this side step is this traction piece here. And as you can see, it's got you can hear that, it's got some grip here. Got a nice flat platform. It's actually designed very well for this vehicle. But this traction area right here is really what I love, because there's been some times that Michelle and I have stepped out on our other side steps. Yep. They've been a little bit wet, and we've kind of caught the edge of our shoe and slipped. I did see a gentleman the other day with a different version of these. I won't say who it is and what the brand was. He went to go in and he about bit it because his foot rolled right off. So I like these. They are not what I would call a rock slider style, nor would I put a rock slider style on here, again, because when you're stepping into the rig like this, you need that traction, you need that solid platform, and that's what this Roambuilt was really designed to do. So my hat goes off to the folks that helped design that. I really love the fact that PAD Overland took over on the design, incorporated a few other things. Show them how dark it is out here at the beach. Yes, it is. And guess what we got here? Just as promised, the Roambuilt side step with the rear runners, the front runners, and the PAD Overland exclusive right here, undermount Baja light. That is a PAD exclusive installed on the Roambuilt side step. So again, wanted to give you guys an idea of what that looks like at night. Safety, stepping out. It's actually illuminated this pretty amazing. It so
does. I love it.
All right, y'all, why don't you come join me up here? And as you can see, we are already at number 4, one of our favorite products here. This is a new product for us. We actually met Adam, the owner of Next Level Overland, and this is the Mesa Grande center console. I'm going to get a little bit more into who Adam is and how this was developed, but the first thing I want to show you is all of the compartments in the storage. Why don't we just start up front here with the open piece right here. That's where we keep our flashlight and some gear. You can kind of arrange it any which way you want, but you'll notice that there's this pad here, and Clementine loves the pad. Honey, do you mind if we show the folks what's underneath your favorite little pad here? So one of the things that you can do is you lift up the Velcro, and inside here, as you begin to see, is a center console, a storage compartment. The thing that I love about this is you can reconfigure this, as you can see as I lift these up, any which way that you want. If you want to divide it, change it, reconfigure, if you will, how you're storing stuff, or completely remove the pieces here, it really opens the storage compartment up. What we tend to carry, and we're still trying to find a place to fill it up, is we've got our extra walkie-talkie charging cord. Michelle keeps a few of her glasses here. I've got my wallet, some sunglasses. And there's been times that we've actually kept Clementine's treats in here and an array of things. But the other thing that I would share with you is, let's say, oh, sorry, sweetie, you didn't want the center pad on here. It is removable. And typically, if you were going to remove it and it was going to be a permanent removal, you wouldn't install the Velcro here. And if you already did, you could always pull them off and reattach them. But what I like is that this center piece actually folds away just like this so that you can access it. And then in the event that you want to go ahead and close it back down, you reclose it. The other thing is it's very sturdy. We can stand on it, we can move on it. And I think the thing that we've gotten used to is just coming into the space. Now I know a lot of folks with the Ekkos, they actually don't come into the house of the Ekko this way. They actually go out their doors and through the other side. If you're one of those people, then this is probably going to be literally non-interfering for you. Also, if you don't have an Ekko and you have a regular full size or maybe a 144 Sprinter, you're probably not going to have this bulkhead here with the TV, which means that when you step up, because when I was in Adam's vehicle and went to step up, I had no TV interference. So it's really up to you how you want to see that. But a little bit of background on Adam. Adam actually spent several years on the road, decided to go ahead and start his own business and entrepreneurship. And as he did that, he began to develop products. And if you go to his website, which we'll leave there, a lot of products that really spoke to him, the environment, and how he could kind of configure things and utilize things being full-time on the road that really spoke to him. Now, I want to show you something. His mom is 90 years old, you folks. She is part of the team. She does some of the sewing. And check this out. You got to grab yourself one of these gadgets here. Just like this. My extra walkie-talkies right there. When I need to jump out of the vehicle, we need to go talk. Well, look down there. Some folks are being
one of those days.
One of those days right there. It's quick and easy. And as you know, we have our Terex stuff here. We've got our walkie-talkie, other things. But this is really a cool product. It makes it super convenient. And again, you got to go to the website. You got to hear the story. Next Level Overland, www.nextleveloverland.com. We'll leave all the links and the information. And also, he told us that there is a discount code. I'll get that to you and save you a couple bucks. But the construction's good. It's made right here in the United States. I believe right out of Colorado. Don't quote me on that. I need to do my homework on that. And Adam, if I messed up on that, who cares? The product's awesome no matter what city or state you're making it in. So, Shell, should we go to number 5?
Let's go.
Let's go to number 5. Right, number 5 is perfect for that beautiful sunset. Look at that, Shell. The TrailFire Sparky. Now the Sparky's the mini. Let's bring them on over. You probably have already seen the Sparky in some of our videos, but we had to bring it to you one more time because we want to show you how well it fits in the Spekko Ekko. So with the little Sparky here, right there, as if it was naturally built for the area, but hang on. Let's say you don't carry your Spartan recovery gear. You don't happen to bring your CSI air compressor, and you decide that this is a better fit for your Sparky. Look at that. Nestled right in there.
For the Ekko garage.
It's as if it was. The other thing I would share with you, if you happen to have a Revel, a Travato, or any smaller van, a Nuvo, these are awesome and excellent for that. It is the 4-in-1. I'm going to break it out here in a moment. Should I just break it out now?
Break it out.
Let's break it out now. Come on over. We're going to be cooking some good, oh, wait till you guys hear. Our friends over at, what is it, Curry Fusion? I always say Fusion Curry. Curry Fusion hooked us up with some chicken. He wanted us to try his latest recipe. So anyway, the little TrailFire Sparky, it comes with the bag, as you know. And the only modification that we've done is we went ahead and put a quick connect hose on it. And the reason we ran with the quick connect hose is because the Ekkos happen to have a quick connect port right here. So we can just kind of plug right in, get her going. And if you take a look here, you've got the wok, which also doubles as a pizza oven, cookie oven, basically a Dutch oven. And get it all unlocked right there. Pizza stone or cookie stone, bread stone, whatever you want to do, and the grill. And when you're all done eating, you want to sit around that nice little 35,000 BTU fire. Bingo. So there you go. We're going to get a meal cooked. The TrailFire Sparky, we'll leave a code on that, a discount code as a matter of fact. But we're going to get busy on it. Shell, should we drop some of the food video in here later? Just to kind of round it off. All right, y'all, I'm bringing out something special from my buddy Surrender over at Curry Fusion in Northeast Portland. I'm going to leave the link and everything for you. He actually does Curry Fusion pizzas, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, I got to get out here and cook. We've got some tandoori chicken, we got a curry chicken, and landori chicken, and I probably didn't do that very well, but I'm gonna tell you what, the food's gonna make up for it. So right here, we got more inside, but we're gonna get it right here on the grill, nice and hot, and oh my gosh, you can smell the Indian infused seasonings. Just like, oh, listen, oh yeah. I'm gonna kick it down just a little bit. We're gonna cook it nice and slow. And then we got some, oh, Shell, what do we got here? Yep, but actually I'm gonna do a garlic butter naan, and I'm probably gonna infuse it with a little jalapeno because you know that's just how I do it. I'm gonna kick the heat down, we're gonna get these right. So, here we go. It's really bright out here, but it's actually the sun is set. What do you think, Clementine?
She just wants to stay warm.
Dad, Mom got me some iced tea, even though it's a little chilly, it tastes good. Should we take a peek, y'all? Oh yeah, look at that.
It smells so good.
Yeah. By the way, jalapeno garlic butter infused. Shell's gonna make the naan with it. Nam or nam? Naan. Sorry. Well, the moment of truth, it is done, it is ready, it's amazing. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna show you all something real quick. Just look at that. That is insanely perfect. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna move it off the heat a little bit, because you know I like to take my TrailFire Sparky, go like this. We're gonna go ahead and get some butter going in here. Jalapeno garlic naan. Watch what happens here, folks. I'm gonna get that all, what do they call it, reduced? So the garlic jalapeno butter, I'm just letting these just get all up in there. And then watch what I'm gonna do at the end. All right, y'all, so I have literally based these in the jalapeno garlic butter sauce. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop them right on here, puff them up a bit, just like that, and get that one right on there. By the way, the only reason that one looks a little smaller is because Miss Michelle got hungry. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Now you want to know what we do?
What do we do, babe?
We
We get a fire finally.
We sit right by the fire. Oh, don't worry, y'all. We're leaving the link. She's doing the happy food dance, guys.
So good.
So.
Tender, delicious, so flavorful. Not even fire.
Right there.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Curry Fusion. Oh my God, Clementine, you do not get any. We better cut the film here.
All right, cheers till next time.
And Shell, what would we love if they could do?
Oh my gosh, I'd love if y'all could like, comment, and subscribe.
All of the above. And thank y'all, and make sure you support all the small businesses that are doing all these amazing things here and sharing these products, these ideas. That's how we help everybody out, is when you find good products, good company, and good people, well, you share it with the world. All right. Apparently I'm not going to get any food.